BONK just crashed to its lowest point in 2 weeks, but while retail investors are panic selling, crypto whales are doing something completely different. They're buying 80 billion tokens in one day. And the numbers I'm about to show you suggest this Solana meme coin might be gearing up for something big. We're talking about a potential 60% move to the upside, and the technical setup is absolutely wild. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down the crypto market with real data, no hype, just facts. Make sure to smash that like button if this analysis helps you. It genuinely helps the algorithm push this content to other traders who need to see it. And hit subscribe with notifications on because we're covering the most explosive moves in crypto every single day. Let me paint the picture for you. BONK, the Solana ecosystem's biggest meme coin by market cap, just experienced what traders call a wick down to $0.401980. That's a 2-week low. Now, in traditional markets, this would typically signal more downside ahead, but crypto, especially meme coins, operate by different rules entirely. According to Nansen's on-chain analytics, crypto whales weren't selling into this weakness, they were accumulating aggressively. We're talking about smart money moving in the opposite direction of market sentiment, and historically, that's when the most profitable opportunities emerge. The key support level everyone's watching sits at $0.4020, and right now, BONK is holding this level like its life depends on it. But here's where it gets interesting. The technical patterns, the whale behavior, and the fundamental catalysts are all aligning in a way that could send this token significantly higher. Now, before we dive into the bullish case, let's address the elephant in the room. Meme coins are notoriously volatile, and BONK has proven this point repeatedly over the past few months. The recent sell-off caught many investors off guard, with some losing significant portions of their portfolios during the decline. But here's what's keeping me awake at night analyzing these charts. The exchange flow data is telling a completely different story than the price action. When I see massive outflows from exchanges during a price crash, it usually means one of two things. Either people are moving coins to cold storage because they're planning to hold long-term, or whales are accumulating for a major move higher. The uncertainty lies in timing. Will this whale accumulation translate into immediate price action, or are we looking at a longer accumulation phase? The technical indicators are giving us mixed signals, with some suggesting an imminent reversal, while others point to potential further consolidation. What's making this even more complex is the broader Solana ecosystem performance. SOL itself has been under pressure recently, and meme coins typically follow the underlying blockchain's momentum. So we're essentially betting on both BONK's individual catalysts and Solana's ability to maintain its position in the current market cycle. According to Nansen's analytics platform, whales purchased exactly 80 billion BONK tokens during this recent dip, bringing their total holdings to an astronomical 2.61 trillion tokens. But here's the kicker. This massive buying pressure caused exchange balances to drop from 24.7 trillion tokens to 23.98 trillion in just 24 hours. A well-known crypto analyst points out that this type of exchange outflow during market weakness is historically bullish. When investors move tokens from exchanges to self-custody during a crash, it demonstrates conviction in a near-term recovery. We've seen this exact pattern play out with other successful meme coins, particularly Shiba Inu during its legendary 2021 run. The technical analysis supports this bullish thesis remarkably well. BONK has formed what traders call a double bottom pattern at $0.0000195, which typically indicates that selling pressure has been exhausted. The first major resistance level sits at $0.402757. That's the neckline of this double bottom formation. If BONK can reclaim this level with conviction, the next target becomes $0.4032, representing approximately 60% upside from current levels. From a fundamental perspective, BONK has a massive catalyst brewing. The project has committed to burning 1 trillion tokens once they reach 1 million holders, creating deflationary pressure that could significantly impact price discovery. While the timeline for reaching this milestone remains uncertain, the approaching burn event is keeping many investors bullish on medium-term prospects. From a risk-reward perspective, the current setup offers an asymmetric opportunity. With BONK holding crucial support at $0.00002, downside risk appears limited in the near term. Meanwhile, the technical target of $0.00032 provides substantial upside potential. Professional traders call this a high-probability, favorable risk-reward setup. The broader Solana ecosystem context adds another layer of complexity to this analysis. SOL's performance over the next few weeks will likely influence BONK's trajectory significantly. Meme coins rarely sustain rallies when their underlying blockchain struggles, so monitoring SOL's technical levels becomes critical for BONK traders. Market sentiment analysis reveals interesting insights about retail positioning. Social media engagement around BONK has remained surprisingly strong despite the recent price decline. Community-driven tokens like BONK often rely on sustained interest from retail investors, and current metrics suggest this support remains intact. One factor that many analysts are overlooking is the upcoming token burn mechanism. Once BONK reaches 1 million holders, the automatic burn of 1 trillion tokens will permanently reduce circulating supply. Basic economics tells us that reduced supply with maintained or increased demand typically results in higher prices. The technical pattern completion scenario presents multiple profit-taking opportunities for active traders. The initial target at $0.402757 represents the double bottom neckline break, while $0.4032 serves as the pattern's measured move target. Conservative traders might consider taking partial profits at the first level, while letting the remainder ride toward the higher target. Volume analysis during the recent decline shows something interesting. Despite the significant price drop, trading volume remained relatively modest. This suggests that the sell-off was more about lack of buying interest rather than aggressive selling pressure. When whales start accumulating into this type of low-volume decline, it often marks important bottoms in meme coin cycles. The correlation with Bitcoin's price action adds another consideration for BONK traders. Historically, meme coins have shown strong correlation with BTC during major market moves, but they tend to outperform during risk-on phases. With Bitcoin consolidating near important levels, BONK could see explosive moves in either direction based on broader market sentiment shifts. The technical setup suggests placing stop losses below $0.401950 to invalidate the double bottom pattern, while profit targets should be set at the previously mentioned resistance levels. Position sizing should reflect the high volatility inherent in meme coin trading. Looking at the options market and futures positioning reveals institutional sentiment towards Solana-based assets. While specific BONK derivatives aren't widely available, SOL's options skew and futures funding rates provide insights into smart money positioning across the ecosystem. Current metrics suggest cautious optimism rather than outright bullishness. BONK's current setup combines whale accumulation, technical reversal patterns, and fundamental catalysts in a way that hasn't been seen since the early days of major meme coin rallies. The $0.4020 support level is holding strong, whales are accumulating aggressively, and the path to $0.4032 appears technically viable. Remember, successful trading isn't about hitting home runs on every trade. It's about identifying high-probability setups with favorable risk-reward ratios. This BONK analysis represents exactly that type of opportunity, but as always, proper position sizing and risk management remain paramount. If you found this analysis valuable, you'll definitely want to check out my recent video on Solana's ecosystem developments and how they're affecting meme coin valuations. I break down the technical levels that could determine SOL's next major move, which directly impacts tokens like BONK. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you understand the current BONK setup, subscribe for daily crypto analysis, and ring that notification bell so you never miss important market updates. Your engagement helps me reach more traders who need access to this type of in-depth analysis. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Cryptocurrency trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. The volatile nature of digital assets means prices can fluctuate dramatically in short periods. Always conduct your own research, understand the risks involved, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and all trading decisions should be made based on your personal financial situation and risk tolerance.